Good morning and welcome to our Hutt Valley Business Breakfast. This morning we're really pleased to have with us this morning is Kate Soper from the Helpful Academy. Nice to see you this morning, Kate.
Cat.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you. Nice
Yeah,
to be
great.
here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, lovely. No, it's really good to have you here. We were just having a chat before we came on air about some of the changes that happen in a business just prior to COVID, and this business is certainly one of them. So, Kat is a member of the Hutt Valley Chamber of Commerce and has, as we turn into level one, our focus into level one, your business, Kat, is very much relevant to where we're going in terms of recovery. When I looked at your website, certainly recovery and resetting our businesses and looking at generating sales is certainly where we're all going to turn our focus, isn't it? So it's fabulous to have you this morning, and we look forward to hearing from you and you sharing some of your ideas.
Thanks. Yeah, great to be here. Okay, so I am going to attempt to share my screen now, guys, and I'm really hoping that it works. Hannah will let me know in the comments perhaps if it doesn't work, because it looks a bit funky to me, but hopefully you can see my screen now. And I just realized I can't see the comments anyway, so I am just going to keep on going. But this morning I wanted to talk to you about how to get more sales, because I think it's really relevant to where most of us are at right now. And what I'm finding is that even before COVID, pre-COVID, we'd had the Christmas break, and some businesses that's a fantastic time of year, and that's often the best time of year. And other businesses, it's a really slow, hard time of year. So for those businesses coming out of that, we often feel like we are doing all of the things, but we're not getting all of the results. And so I've called this presentation How to Get More Sales in a Difficult Economy. But actually, it's how to get more sales, full stop. There's no anything after it, because if we can craft a really good three-step process, which I'm going to go through this morning, then it really will help you get more sales during any economy. So today I want to help you get more sales, and I'm going to go through that in 3 steps. So those are to review your customer pathway, that's step 1, create a compelling offer, step 2, and then step 3, tell everybody about it. And I am going to whiz through this really quickly because I know time is of the essence. We've got 10 to 15 minutes, and so I will go quite quickly just to put that out there. So step 1, review your customer pathway. Now, what even is a customer pathway? Well, the reality is that there's lots of different parts to our business sales machine. Okay, we've got lots of different parts, lots of different terms. We've got our target market, so the people we're trying to attract. We've got our product, service, or solution. We've got all of our marketing and our brand awareness and everything we're doing to tell people about our business. We've got our compelling offers. We've got how we follow people up. We've got how we upsell or cross-sell them into other products or services, and we've got our customer service. And all of these form our overall sales machine. Now, I like to talk about this as a customer pathway. And the thing about it is that we often focus on all of the different parts individually because of the nature of business, rather than reviewing it as a whole sales system. And this is where often we'll run into a problem and we'll find blockages or disconnects in the pathway. So what is a customer pathway? Well, it's a well thought out and strategic path which takes our customers on a journey and nurtures them from a stranger through to a raving or paying client, and the sale, which is the part that we're really interested in at this point in time. It's designed to excite and appeal, give people a taste of what we offer and build trust, provide them the paid solution, and give them a way to take it further, to either increase their spend or buy a different product or buy more of the same thing. And there's actually 5 different steps to the customer pathway or stages of it. And I'm going to go through those this morning because of all of the things that I teach inside the Academy. This lesson and this customer pathway is the thing that I find has the biggest aha moments. Everybody, when I first talk to them, says, but I have that part, or I have that step, I've got all of those covered. But actually, when we drill down And we have a look at each one of them in detail, and we have a look at how well they're connected. Every single person that I've ever taught this to has gone, "Ah, I see what you mean." And I see how that one small tweak can make a massive difference to my sales. So that's why I wanted to share this with you this morning. Now, that the customer pathway starts at entry point 1, but in order for us to have a really successful customer pathway or sales machine, we need to start at the end. So we've got the entry point, the trust bridge, the conversion method, the first offer, and the upsell. And I'm going to go through each of these individually. So we start at the end, which is number 5, and this is the big ticket thing that you want to sell. This is the ultimate thing. What is the ultimate thing that you want to sell? And we start here. Now, not every business will have a big ticket item or a big upsell, but it could be another related product that we want to sell as well as the offer and things like that. So we need to think, what is our big goal here? What are we really wanting to sell the most of? Not everybody will take us up on it, but it's still important that we design the customer pathway around it. Then we've got our offer 1. So this could be your desired result or your upsell if you don't have anything here at level 5. But if you do, then it's our first offer. So it's our entry level offer, the offer that we're going to offer people first to turn them into a customer. Then we've got the step 3, which is the conversion method. And of all the things that I find when I'm dealing with clients or students, this is the part that often people haven't considered in relation to the whole customer pathway. So a conversion method is designed to take people from like a cold person or a lead through to a customer. Okay, so examples of it could include, if you sell online, it could be a lead magnet or a nurture sequence, an email sequence that you're sending them. If you're a service-based business, it could be a proposal or it could be a follow-up meeting. If you're a retailer, so you've got an in-store, it could be a stand that's often like a sales stand or something to draw people's attention. So we're thinking, what can we use here to convert people into a client now? Not next week, not tomorrow, not next month, but actually what will make them take buying action now. So a lot of businesses don't have this mapped out. So during the conversion phase, we also want to agitate them or remind them of the problem that we are solving for them, and remind them how good it will feel to have that problem solved. Not to mention communicate what good value and how our business or our solution is the best solution. So those are the 2 key things to the conversion phase. So then we've got step 2 in the customer pathway, which is all about building trust, because most people these days in this very cluttered market will not just go from from finding out about you for the first time to buying without us building and earning their trust. Because if you think about it, money is the exchange of trust, right? So here we need to have a method of building that trust, whether it's giving away something for free or establishing ourselves as the expert and providing value that we know what we're talking about and helping them. Or another thing is it could be social proof. So social proof here is absolutely essential when it comes to building trust, because often they'll trust their friend. Well, not often, all the time. They'll trust their friend more than they trust you. And many businesses have this, but it's not directly related to the offer, which is a big disconnect that I find in their customer pathway. So if we can make sure the trust bridge is related to what we're offering and it's solving the same problem, then we can make sure that we're building their trust in the right aspect. Then we've got our entry point. So this is all of the traffic drivers to our business and all of the ways that we find awareness. So things like social media, our email list, our website, referrals, partnerships, paid ads, and all of that good stuff. So this as a whole forms the customer pathway. So there are lots of moving parts to this pathway, which is my main point this morning. Lots and lots of moving parts, and any one of those parts can affect our sales success. So that's why we need to review the entire pathway as a system rather than creating each aspect in independence to each other. And often we think we've done this, but actually when we put it all together and map it out like this visually, we can often identify the disconnects. So here are some moving parts that can affect results. If you can take anything from today, I would recommend paying attention to this slide because this is really the stuff that makes the difference. So we've got some things that affect our sales success at the beginning. This affects the amount of leads or the quality of the leads coming into our business. And that could be the quality of the content that we are sharing on social media or blogs or anything, and the quality of the audience that we're targeting. How well do we know our audience and how well have we got it right? The main thing that affects the trust bridge is, does it solve the same problem as our other offers, which is what I alluded to before. Then we've got conversion methods. So the quality of the conversion method, which one we've chosen and how well we're doing it, excuse me, and the number of times that we follow people up. So maybe we're just simply not following up people enough, because people actually, 80%, statistically, 80% of people don't take action until they've seen 7 to 12 follow-ups from us. So that could be a combination of email follow-ups, phone follow-ups, social media, seeing our website, all those kinds of things, but they need to see 7 to 12 follow-ups. Then we've got our offer, so that's the quality of the sales page, maybe how easy the checkout process is, how compelling the offer is to them. And then finally, we've got the upsell, so when and how you make the offer and how often you make the offer and things like that can all affect your sales. So this is why having a clear picture of your dream customer and their journey is absolutely essential. Then we get to step 2. So we've crafted our awesome customer pathway. We've put thought to it. We've made sure that we know our numbers along each step of the way. Step 2 is to create a compelling offer. So the point of this offer is that you make it so irresistible that it sells itself. You don't have to feel like the salesperson, but people can really see the value in taking action right now. So to do that, you must have high perceived value to your target customers. I would encourage you here not to just discount, but think about how you can add value to your offer without reducing your price. So have you got anything up your sleeve that you could add as a bonus, which is a low cost to you, or maybe you just need to clear out or things like that, but your customer will see value in it. So that's step 2. Step 3, our last step, is to tell everybody about it. So we need to be filling the front of that customer pathway. Make sure you are consistently sending traffic to the front of the pathway. Ensure you're telling past customers about it, because that's often what we're not very good at doing, and that's often things like email marketing, making sure that we're following people up by email and getting them to repeat buy, and then follow up. So those are my 3 tips, or the 3 steps this morning. If I head back here to to getting more sales, I should say. And I think I'm right on time. So I'll have a wee chat and see. Oh, good. Hannah said it's working. Well, that's just as well. If there's any questions. Otherwise, maybe Helen wants to jump on board. And here we go. Here's Helen.
Thank you, Kat. That's really good information and really clearly presented. Your slides are fabulous, actually. And we did see them really clearly. So really good process there. And I know that some people, want to jump to the end. I think that's part of our Kiwi culture, is we just want to get the sale at the end. But of course, it is a journey. Do you want to make some comment on how you've seen any changes to your 3 steps due to COVID and how you think that might change in the future?
So people have obviously had to take their business more online. So I've been doing a lot of work, particularly with retailers, on how we can market to customers online because a lot of the retailers, for example, if I pick retail specifically, because I feel like retail, and hospitality are two of the industries that are affected the most just by not being able to have that in-store traffic. So I'm dealing with a lot of retailers which have just generally got lots of in-store traffic, and so it hasn't been a problem for them. But with the change in COVID, what we've had to do is pivot and see how we can sell direct to consumer online without people having to come in store. And so that's been the biggest change. It's been how can we change that front part of the customer journey to attract more people online. And that comes in the form of social media marketing, making sure their website's really high converting, and just tweaking lots of bits so that we can serve people more remotely.
Sure. And then going forward, as they open, like in retail, as they open their stores and, that things feel like they return to some sort of normal, it's important also, isn't it, to retain both, isn't it?
Online. 100%. And, we really don't want to put all of our eggs in one marketing basket. So I think it's forced a lot of people to consider online, where maybe they were a little bit scared of the technology or what to do. They didn't know what to do. A lot of people are now embracing it. And one of my customers in particular is a good example of this. I've been working with her under the government's COVID funding as a regional business partner provider. So when she first came to me, she is a manufacturer for retailers, and a lot of them have been affected because they supply the tourism industry. So of course that has had a flow-on effect of affecting her. So what we've done instead is we've created an online store and we've gone direct to consumer. What she wasn't prepared for, because she was pretty reluctant about it at the beginning, was we 5 times her online sales. And now she's like, oh, I could actually see this being my main income source as opposed to a secondary income source. So I think it's forced people into the situation, but now a lot of my clients are embracing it and thinking, wow, actually this is easier than I thought and I like it a lot.
Yeah. That's a good thing, isn't it? Because we were going to go there at some point, and maybe we're just being forced into the online space just quicker than many of us were comfortable with. But there's lots of benefits to it, isn't there?
Absolutely. And that's been one of my struggles, because I lived in Australia for 5 or 6 years and then came back to New Zealand. And I actually found New Zealand really behind the times in terms of embracing the online world. And I was shocked at that point 6 years ago about how many businesses didn't have any online presence. And even now, still shocked about how many businesses aren't utilizing social media to sell, which is hugely powerful. And so in many ways, this has made my job easier because people now see the value in it, whereas before they were like, oh, I don't know. So I guess that's been one small benefit to me. But yeah, it's rewarding seeing people who have been nervous about using social media or online facilities to do business now going, this is cool, and really embracing it.
Yeah. Fabulous. Yeah. Okay, so Kat, thanks very much for what you've shared this morning. I've seen on your website that you have much more content and that your whole business is based around being an online learning space for entrepreneurs and small businesses, which is absolutely necessary right now, especially with so many small businesses starting as well as completely resetting their existing businesses. So if people want to get in touch with you today, do you want to give them some details?
Yeah, absolutely. So our main website is www.thehelpfulacademy.com. And then we have an online school. So if you click through to there, you'll be able to browse our online school. We've got heaps of free resources. We've got several free courses. The free course that you might like if you've enjoyed today's presentation is called Create Magnetic Marketing. And that actually gives you a free marketing audit. So you'll be able to do an audit on your business in just a couple of minutes, and also create a one-page marketing plan. So as a next step from today, I am also giving away $1,000 of business support at the moment, which people can choose to spend on either coaching with me or courses in our online school, or a mixture of the two. So that ends on Friday, and you can enter that from our website, or maybe I can pop the link. I think actually the link is already in the COVID group. It's already been shared, but yeah, get on that, because yeah, I'd love to help you grow your business.
Great, thank you very much. That sounds like a really good offer. So maybe we can get you to pop that into the comment stream on this live stream as well. And if you are watching this live, then and you haven't asked your questions, please pop them in the comment stream, and we'll keep an eye on those today. And if you're watching this as a recording, then also pop any questions that you've got in the comment stream, and we'll feed these through to Kat or and find your answers, or of course Kat can answer them for you directly, and don't hesitate to get in contact. So Kat, thank you so much for your time this morning. Thank you for sharing some really useful and practical tools for businesses as we start to reset ourselves and look forward to recovery and do whatever we can to get our businesses back to profitability. So really appreciate your expertise. That's great.
No worries. Awesome. Thanks, guys. And see you later.
See you.